I would say that most people would consider the live-action One Piece quite the success. I think it's brought in a lot of new fans. It's certainly turned me into a fan. I never got into the show or the book because of the fact that it's just been around for so long, and there's a big time investment into getting into this series now. Because, I mean, it's over 1,000 episodes, 1,000 chapters. There is a lot to consume. But I'm actually going through it now. I'm on episode 55, I believe is the number. And I'm enjoying it. And now that I'm past Arlong Park, I think I can safely say now, from my own perspective, that the anime did a pretty good job of condensing all of that into 8 episodes. I think they did a good job. And they were faithful. They were very faithful to the show. Or they were very faithful to the source material. And because of that, they were rewarded with pretty good reception from fans. 95% audience score. The only score that matters. The audience score. It seems that people like it. And I'm glad that this wasn't another Cowboy Bebop for the fans. It would seem that this is a good example of a studio learning lessons. And I think if you learn lessons and you turn the ship around, you should be rewarded. And they did get rewarded. They have a great fan reception. Check this out. I didn't even see this before. Look at the tomato meter, okay? All critics combined are 86%. So, fresh, 51 reviews. Oh, most critics liked it, right? Until you click top critics. These are considered the elite critics, the real voices above all else. 67%. 67%. What does that tell you? Now, I've been waiting for a lot of the hack websites like CBR to go after One Piece now that show is popular. If it had been woke, would have been praised by them, but because it wasn't, a lot of these websites have been pretty quiet. And then finally, I noticed that they have begun attacking the franchise. One article I saw from a John Della Rose video that he put up earlier, and that's this article. Why Usopp's African origin is so problematic. So, this is interesting. Instead of attacking the show, they attack the source material. This isn't the only one. This one came out a day ago, but we're not done yet. We'll come back to this one. Arlong Park is aging weirdly. This was published September 6th. So not that long ago, really. I knew they were going to attack Arlong Park when I saw how it was playing out on the screen. I said, oh, they're definitely going to come after this. They're going to call this racist, so on and so on. They don't go after the show, though. They go after the source material, which I find comical. This is one of the most popular franchises in the world, I think you can say. I mean, I don't think that you can even debate that. It's despite if you like it or not. I mean, the success of One Piece is undebatable. It's a massive, massive franchise. But Arlong Park, the real victims of One Piece, because the fishmen were treated like subhumans or something. They're minorities that the Straw Hats beat down, according to this article. And they should be more sensitive to them. There was the scene where Sanji talked about how he would cook a fish man. That is also bad and racist, according to CBR.com. And then, of course, Usopp is attacked. I'm not going to get too much into it, but apparently there was a time Oda was asked, what the nationality of every one of his characters are. And that was, I don't remember when that was posted, but I do remember when people were talking about it. Zorro would be Japanese, Nami Swedish, Sanji would be French, Chopper would be Canadian, Robin would be Russian, Luffy would be Brazilian, and so on and so on. And it looks like the show's following that, which is good. So when these two show up, I would imagine Robin will probably have a Russian accent, even though I don't think Russia exists in this world. But when answering the question, he said Usopp was simply from Africa. And now CBR proceeds to call him a racist because of that. Of course, this ignores the fact that Africa isn't a country, but rather a continent made up of 54 different countries, including densely populated, culturally diverse ones like Nigeria and Egypt. Reducing this large and varied continent down to a single country overlooks many different people and cultures and treats them like a singular mass. Treating the African nations like this is often used deliberately against them, treating them as a great unknown rather than a series of developed countries full of individual people with their own lives and beliefs. So it's very problematic to depict him as coming from a continent and not a nation. Well, first off, I don't even think this nation or this continent exists in One Piece, which makes this argument stupid in the first place. They also talk shit about his nose and other stuff. It's ridiculous. And then they praise the Netflix version for finally giving us what we've always needed. I hate that this guy's being dragged into this because I don't think he deserves to be used by CBR as an example of why the anime is problematic. Because I think he did a good job. I think all of the Netflix people have done a great job. But CBR is, of course, going to drag him into this, which I think is bullshit. First off, there's nothing wrong with Usopp in either version. Okay, and it's funny that they're attacking the anime now for this in 2003, in 2023. Like, oh, now it's a problem. I mean, this thing's been around over 2 decades, 20-something years, and just now you're going after this? Who runs CBR now? Like, it's funny. I wonder if both of these articles were written by AI at this point. I do. Like go into ChatGPT and type in, please give me an article on why One Piece is racist. And they spit this shit out, gave it the name of this author who probably typed the question in. Boom, we got an article. That's what I think is going on here with this. It's just funny. Oh, now it's a problem. Like, 20-something years later, now we're mad about One Piece. They're trying to, like, that's what's funny. So they're going to be the ones to say that the show is fixing the original's problems. And nobody attached to the show has said that. All they've talked about is how much they love the source material. It's going to be CBR and all these other outlets that start to spin this narrative. And it's going to be funny because now that they can all do interviews again because the strikes have been lifted. Well, not the actor strike, but I would imagine that's going to get fixed very quickly, the actor strike. Then they'll start probably interviewing the cast, and I guarantee you some of the questions are gonna try to be gotchas on woke bullshit, and it'll be funny to see. Hopefully, all of them respond like basically with, why are you asking me this bullshit? Hopefully. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think about all of this. I would like to hear from you. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. Check out my Rumble and Locals, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my Locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my locals.